Hi friend, we are back in the DIG podcast or discussion about geography. We are back with me, with Hendra, here as the host, but I'm not alone here. Introduce you next to me, there is another as a co-host who will accompany me during the podcast. Hi Nada, how are you today?
Of course, I'm very good.
Well, this time we will a very cool guest because we get extensive knowledge and insight from them.
If I know what is the topic of discussion,
Well, this time we will discuss a very interesting topic, namely climate crisis in Somalia, which has been in the spotlight in the world in recent years.
oh wow, this very interesting to discuss. How about we just call the corn this time?
Well, this is what have been waiting for. Let's welcome our guest speaker.
Please come in.
Hi.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, please sit down. Okay. Well, here are our guests. What do you think?
Oh wow, I'm so really excited to talk to our guest speaker this time.
Okay. Well, before we discuss the topic further, how about our speaker introduce themselves?
Okay. So, who's gonna introduce them first? Me or you? Okay. So, hello everyone. I'll introduce myself. My name is Sarindra and I'm majoring in Geographic Education, a batch 23. And people or my friends know me as a person who are really interested in discussing about the political or even the environmental issues in the international agenda. And I hope that many of you, since to be being our viewers, will get any or new insights regarding our discussions and current matters today. Just that.
It's you.
Yeah, that's your turn.
Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Naimullah, and yeah, you can call me Lola. Before that, I want to thank to Kendra and Nada for inviting us to join this amazing podcast. And so, guys, please be ready to learn something new with us, and we are so excited to share our experience, our knowledge to all of you. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Wow, it's so cool. We're talking to our guest speaker.
Of course, since they are experts who understand our topic, let's give them a round of applause. Yay!
Okay, we are asking about a problem that has been highlighted by the world in recent years, the climate crisis in Somalia. What do you think about the climate crisis in Somalia?
Is that you or my partner?
It's you. I can see.
Okay. Before I share some thought regarding the things that happen in the climate crisis in Somalia, beforehand, I want to inform you some like geographical geographical informations in Somalia. First of all, Somalia is, I don't know, such as current situations in Somalia have been severed by their own governmentships. There's a lot of worrying. There's a lot of conflict in Somalia, not just like because of the environment, because the social, political dynamic in their countries. but I'm not gonna mention about it here in this sections. More like I will be describing topography itself. Since Somalia are located in the Horn of Africa, which means that they just having two seasonal weather. It is dry seasons and also the wet seasons. And Somalia main livelihood is pastoralism and the agriculture. If you look at the aspect of the main livelihood of the Somalians people, of the Somalis people, which means that they will be relying on the seasonal rainfall, which means it's just like and will be lasting in 6 months for the seasonal rainfall. And in here, I also just want to state regarding the timeline of several climate crises, either it's the drought or the floods. So here, it always started in 2010 to 2012. Somalia has been suffered from the extreme food scarcity and famine that engulfed in Somalia, causing approximately 256,000 deaths. And in 2014, Somalia experienced rainfall below average, like it is successfully since 2010 to 2014. Kind of the situations on the last quarter of 2016 and 2017, causing over the drought that occurred in a big scale, refuge, and then epidemic. Maybe this kind of some things that I will give you such information for the impact. I will give my partner to more explain it because she is the one who expertise the impact of that. Thank you.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, I think the climate crisis in Somalia is a serious problem that need to be addressed. What are the impact of this problem on the country itself? Can you?
Okay. The drought in Somalia is caused by climate change, which has occurred for the last 40 years, and the causing damage to food production in Somalia. Therefore, this country is very dependent to imported grain, especially from Ukraine and Russia. Climate change is not merely an environmental issue; it's also a driver of conflict and insecurities. The region is experiencing from frequent and severe drought, floods, and extreme weather, which has far-reaching consequences on livelihoods and resources. So climate change is creating a new normal in Somalia with more landscape, unstable water and food supplies. So on more climate induced displacement.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it turned out there are a lot of impact caused by the climate crisis, and it is also very concerning. There are other impact based the climate crisis that worsen the situation of the Somalia state.
Okay, I think according to the article I read, there is a one group that control Somalia, Al-Shabaab. What is Al-Shabaab? What do they have to do with the crisis in Somalia? Can you answer for this?
Okay, how will we try to figure out what is happening and what is the relation between Al-Shabaab and the climate crisis in Somalia? This is a very complex thing, and when we engage or discussing about Al-Shabaab, trying to regulate all of the supply of all of the humanitarian aid that given by the UN, and they just blockaded them. if the UN supply want to be distributed to the people, to the Somali people, which mean like the UN agency should giving them a tax, which means it is not allowed because it's a charity to giving people. So the UN agency will not agree on that. That's the first thing. And I will be telling you a root cause why Al-Shabaab is formed in Somalia. So it means like root causes why Al-Shabaab is getting formed is starting from 1991 when the president, I don't know which name, I don't know the names of the president, but this president on the current era in 1991 are known as a president who ruling the countries with the dictatorships, like they just kind of similar with the communisms. And after the fail of Somalia dictatorships, this group has been starting to form, but it's not official. This group has been officially formed in 2006 and able to take over Mogadishu. Mogadishu is kind of the capital city in Somalia that caused problem for the neighboring country such as Ethiopia, who was invaded Somalia during that time, during 2006. During this time, Al-Shabaab became the nationalist resistance against Ethiopian. Why Al-Shabaab being a nationalist that resistance against Ethiopian? Because Al-Shabaab ideology came from the Islamic group, which means that if they are encountering the invaders that out of their ideology, there will be a resistance on that. And for noting this, Ethiopia is the countries with the most of them are Christians. Their religion is most of the religion in Ethiopia is Christians. So since that, there were really a resistance against the Ethiopian invaders during that time. And in 2008, UN stipulates Al-Shabaab as a terrorist. And in 2011, Al-Shabaab working together with Somalis pirates fighting against transitional federal government. So I would like to tell you about what is transitional federal government. The acronym is TFG. It is made by the UN agencies. It is being anticipated by the UN agency to ruling the Somalia in case of just if the Somalia didn't have a leader, who's gonna lead the countries? These things are anticipated by the UN since like after the fall of the dictatorships in 1991. And here the things that why Al-Shabaab is becoming a threat to look at the humanitarian aid. It is starting in 2011 when two Spanish aid workers were captured or being kidnapped by Al-Shabaab. This prompting Kenya troops to entering Somalia and weakening the Al-Shabaab. During that time, Kenya are successfully to weakening the Al-Shabaab in Mogadishu, and here are the things why Al-Shabaab contributing to exacerbate the effect of climate crisis. They were the one who blockaded humanitarian aid from international community as well, kidnapping, ransoming, and killing when aid workers entering their area. To tackling this, AMISOM or African Union Mission to Somalia have been launched to tackle Al-Shabaab. But these things cannot be justified as solutions that are successfully to erase all the Al-Shabaab militant groups. it's just like, just weakening their hegemony and around Somalia. It's just that.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. So apart from the impact caused by the climate crisis, there was also the information of Al-Shabaab that worsened the situation in Somalia.
The situation in Somalia is getting worse. Is there any solution to solve the problem, or at least alleviate crisis in Somalia, each other from the UN or from other countries that want to be helped, at least alleviate the situation there?
Okay, I will explain that for your question. So, UNDP and the Climate Security Mechanism, or CSM, have been actively engaged in Somalia to address the intertwined challenges, working with local partners such as the Berghoff Foundation and Save the Children, and communities across federal member states. UNDP has been analyzing climate-related security risks. The United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, or UNDRR, is the UN agency responsible for coordinating international efforts to reduce disaster risk. UNDRR is tasked bringing together government and international organizations and experts to develop and implement disaster risk reduction strategies. That's all.
So the UN has intervened to solve the problem in the also countries that help Somalia by providing logistical assistance, medicines, and money to help the crisis there. But until gradually those not immediately solve the problem in Somalia.
Okay, thank you to this time for being so amazing, for sharing their knowledge and insight that hopefully can be useful for all us and open our mind regarding the crisis in Somalia. And I will also like to thank you, Nada, for accompanying me to that chat with this cool guest speaker, I think.
Thank you for accompanying.
Okay.
Thank you again, Hendra, for insisting me to be a partner host here, and thank you also for speakers.
Now, before closing the podcast, what do the viewers think about the issue that have been raised, which are certainly interesting and good to discuss? So don't forget to watch our podcast in the next episode from DIG, or discussion about geography, because we are as long as it is about up-to-date issue related to geography. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and bye-bye.